started 717 Tattoo in 2007 with the initial goal of just having a studio that we could feel comfortable offering clients the services in the way that we wanted to present them. 717 grew pretty quickly, organically, really on its own accord, and within the following 4 years, by 2011, we had opened a total of 4 studios in the central Pennsylvania area. As time went on, our goal became to raise the bar as far as what's expected from a local tattoo shop, from what you walk through the door, what you see, to the quality of art that you can get in the studio, to how you're treated, to the products that are offered in the shop. Basically, we just wanted to improve on the box that we saw, do our best to leave tattooing better than we found it in central Pennsylvania.
I think when we were trying to improve the box, it was, I wanted girls to come in and not feel uncomfortable. You always had that super biker dude, scary mentality, and for better or for worse, I was kind of trying to crush that when we started the shops.
We both feel that tattoo shops shouldn't be something that you're afraid of or that are scary when you walk through the door, so we wanted to create more of a safe environment. I think tattooing in the last 10 years has definitely taken a turn in a new direction, and in the history of tattooing, people look back at this era of tattooing as like a cusp between the way things were and the way things became. So one of our goals with 717 is to help to try to be a part of that growth and that evolution of the trade. We also own and operate a tattoo and piercing supply company in Central PA. We sell tattoo and piercing supply products to come to tattoo shops all over the world. That's called Razor Blade Products, and that's based out of Harrisburg, and that's been open. We just celebrated a decade in business last November with that. So all in all, between the 4 studios and the wholesale company, we employ about 30 people on our crew.
Tattooing for me was kind of the highest form of flattery. I don't think that a lot of people getting tattooed understand what they're doing for an artist by kind of donating their body to that person's art. Tattooing every day, even 10 years later, is nerve-wracking. Every person, every different tattoo, I have to be on my A game 100% of the time. And I do paint. When you have a pen and paper, obviously your pen and paper is in your hand and on a stable platform. It's not squeezing, it's not moving, it's not yelling at you or cursing at you, and it's the same every time. People's skin from 1 inch to another inch changes, so it's kind of a constant battle, just making sure that I'm going the right depth at the right speed at the right time to make sure that I'm doing a good job.
I was born in Pittsburgh and moved to Middletown, Pennsylvania in 1983 with my family. So that was 3rd grade, and I graduated high school in Middletown. I have a daughter in this area, so family was probably the main, the initial thing. I've traveled a lot, and Pennsylvania always felt like home. Every time, anywhere I go, it always feels like home when I come back. The initial start of the business and of the wholesale business, and then the start of the tattoo shop, were really, the start of the wholesale business for me was really just trying to save my mortgage and pay my bills. The next option was bankruptcy, so it was just kind of push all my chips onto the table and see what happens.
7 roommates and nothing to lose.
Yeah. And, here we are 10 years later, and I don't think either of us really anticipated the growth, the expansion that we had, or much of it wasn't intentional growth moves. It was just, as I said earlier, organic. It was opportunities, and I've certainly been one who I've never been a fan of avoiding opportunities when they arise. So if there's a chance to push the chips under the table and see what happens with the bet, and the bet looks good, I'm probably going to go for it. My wife moved here from San Diego, so she didn't really choose Pennsylvania. She chose me, so yes. I was lucky to have her come on board. And without her moving here, 717 would have never happened. I'm not a tattoo artist, so it wasn't my intention to open a tattoo shop. It was her dream to become a tattooer, and as time went on, I think my business sense and her dream met halfway in the middle and became what is 717 Tattoo.